Within the service sector of the economy, tourism and travel are important industries. Today's programme includes a visit to a luxury hotel in the heart of England. You'll see two people at the travel agency making a reservation for their package holiday. The manager of the hotel tells us about the organisation that makes everything run smoothly. When you get your tickets, there's an itinerary that explains the travel arrangements. And Troubleshooter makes a successful job of sorting out a zoo with a little help from a friend. Seven miles from Stratford-upon-Avon, in the heart of Shakespeare country, Ettington Park is a luxury country hotel. Kevin Coulter, the general manager, talks about the tourist industry.
Tourism is an important sector of the country's economy. It accounts for 25% of the United Kingdom's total exports of services and is an important earner of foreign currency. Stratford-upon-Avon acts like a magnet for the tourist industry. Visitors come for a number of reasons, particularly the Royal Shakespeare Theatre, the 5 Shakespearean properties including Anne Hathaway's cottage and Shakespeare's birthplace, together with Warwick Castle and the Cotswolds. Tourism is a service industry. Here at Ettington Park, we provide services not just for tourists, but for businesses. We offer conference facilities, activity days, and corporate team building programs and special packages tailored for companies' needs. We are in fact part of a chain, and that means although the hotel has its own very individual character, we are in fact part of a group which has hotels all over Britain.
It is advisable to book dinner. We do get very busy.
Sheila Smith is the reservations manager at Ettington Park.
And that will be in the Oak Room.
The business at the hotel is divided between corporate and individuals, and my role is to look after the reservations for the individual guests. Every year we draw up a budget, and it sets targets in terms of room occupancy. In other words, we set a target for the number of visitors that we hope to attract. Although I'm not responsible for setting the budget, I am involved as part of the team in the discussions that go ahead. How did you hear of Ettington Park? We aim to attract a variety of visitors, especially overseas visitors, including visitors from the United States, Japan, Europe, a lot from Germany. Although we have a large number of overseas visitors, most of our guests come from the United Kingdom. There are a number of hotels in the area, and we compete fiercely against each other. And when I get an inquiry, you have to be quick off the mark in order to get the reservation, which is what we try to do.
What date are you looking for?
Many people coming here are coming here for a special occasion. It may be a birthday or a wedding anniversary. And they're buying a dream, a complete experience. My job is to make sure that everything during their stay is absolutely perfect, so that they will go away and recommend us to their friends.
Now let's look at some of that again. First, focus on facts. What is Sheila Smith's role as reservations manager?
My role is to look after the reservations for the individual guests.
She looks after the reservations for the individual guests. Next, focus on vocabulary. What kind of industry is tourism?
Tourism is a service industry.
It's a service industry.
We are in fact part of a chain.
The hotel is part of a chain. That means a group of hotels. Next, let's look at language forms using although concessive clauses.
And that means although the hotel has its own very individual character, we are in fact part of a group.
Although the hotel has its own very individual character, It is, in fact, part of a group. And listen to Sheila as she talks about the budget, the financial plans for the hotel.
Although I'm not responsible for setting the budget, I am involved as part of the team.
Although she is not responsible for setting the budget, she is involved as part of the team. And finally, wordplay. What does Kevin say about Stratford-upon-Avon and the tourist industry?
Stratford-upon-Avon acts like a magnet for the tourist industry.
Stratford-upon-Avon acts like a magnet. In other words, it attracts tourists strongly. Listen to the expression Sheila uses about getting reservations.
You have to be quick off the mark in order to get the reservation.
Like a runner at the start of a race, you have to be quick off the mark. Chris Olga is food and beverage manager at the hotel. Beverage is another word for drinks. So what does his job involve?
I'm responsible for purchasing and stores. As far as buying of the wines, I operate within the group's policy. We buy from nominated suppliers in order to benefit from the economies of scale. However, we can purchase from local wine merchants for the more specialist and local wines. The chef is responsible for the menu planning here at the hotel, and he has won some prestigious awards, and he's been with us since 1990. When there's a conference to cater for, I work very closely with the conference team. I need to know the special dietary requirements. The most common are vegetarians.
David Golly is learning to be a barman. He's a trainee.
I'm actually training, so I'm actually learning how to socialise and experience with these customers we have here at Ettington Park. With pre-dinner drinks, we sit them down, we offer them the menus and we give them pre-dinner drinks, and then we show them through to the Oak Room restaurant, and then afterwards, after they dine, we come back here for coffee and offer them liqueurs and port. My favourite thing about the job is that I'm still training, and hopefully I like to become a general manager in a hotel similar to this one.
Now, let's focus in on some of that. First, focus on facts. What are Chris's responsibilities?
I'm responsible for purchasing and stores.
He's responsible for purchasing, in other words, buying, and stores, the goods he keeps in stock. Next, some vocabulary about buying wine.
We buy from nominated suppliers in order to benefit from the economies of scale.
They buy from nominated suppliers, that is, suppliers chosen by the group, in order to benefit from economies of scale. Economies of scale here means buying in large quantities. Chris needs to know about the special needs of his guests where food is concerned.
I need to know the special dietary requirements.
Their special dietary requirements.
The most common are vegetarians.
Vegetarians are the most common.
When there's a conference to cater for, I work very closely with the conference team.
To cater for means to provide for or to look after. It's a very common phrasal verb. Now, focus on language forms with direct and indirect objects. David is training at the moment, and he's learning how to look after the guests. What does he have to do?
We offer them the menus.
We offer them the menus.
And we give them pre-dinner drinks.
We give them pre-dinner drinks.
And offer them liqueurs and port.
And we offer them liqueurs and port. If you want to book a package holiday, why not call in at the travel agency for some brochures to help you make your decision? That's what these two young people did, and now they've come back to make a reservation.
So you took some brochures away last week. Have you now decided on a holiday that you both like?
We've finally made up our minds. We've decided on Tenerife in early September.
Have you decided on a hotel with meal arrangements, or are you going self-catering in an apartment?
We've decided to go for a hotel.
With meal arrangements. It's my holiday as well.
Right, let me take some details then. The surname is?
Jones
Right, Mr. Jones. And your initial?
is L.
And Mrs. Jones?
Is H.
And which date did you want to travel out?
2nd of September, please.
Right. And how long for? 7 or 14 nights?
We want to go for a fortnight.
14 nights duration. Which airport would you like to travel from?
We'd like to fly from Gatwick if possible.
Now, if Gatwick's not available, would you consider our other local airport, Stansted?
Well, I suppose we could.
So Gatwick, preferably, if not Stansted. And which hotel did you have in mind?
We decided on the Jason Beach Hotel. What do you think?
Let me have a look. Well, it looks very nice. Excellent location set round by the bay.
Let's have a close-up on some of that. First, focus on fact.
I've had a look through.
Where have they decided to go for their holiday, and when?
We've finally made up our minds. We've decided on Tenerife in early September.
Right.
They've decided on Tenerife in early September. Next, some vocabulary. Where will they stay on holiday?
Have you decided on a hotel with meal arrangements, or are you going self-catering in an apartment?
A hotel with meal arrangements, or self-catering. That means looking after yourself and providing your own meals. And how long do they want to go for?
We want to go for a fortnight.
A fortnight is 2 weeks. Next, focus on language forms. Because she wants to be polite and courteous, Christine uses the past tense when asking questions.
And which hotel did you have in mind?
Which hotel did you have in mind? Listen as Christine asks more questions.
And did you want a room with a sea view?
Does it cost extra?
There is a supplement for a sea view, but for £1 a day, just think you have the privacy of sitting on your balcony looking out to sea.
It's worth it, isn't it?
Yes, we'll have a sea view.
And did you want full board or half board? Half board is breakfast and evening meal.
Half board.
Right, let me just check the availability for you. Right, we have availability at the Jason Beach Hotel for 14 nights. You're lucky there's a double room available with sea view. It doesn't have a bath, it has a shower. Is that all right?
What do you think? OK? Yes, we'll go for it.
Good. We'll just do a full costing then. Right, so we have a basic cost for each adult of £524, and then your sea view supplement, which is £1 a night, making £14 per person. Total cost is £1,076. Then there's your insurance on top of £37.95 per person. Shall we go ahead and book that?
Yes, go ahead.
Let's listen again to some of that. First, more polite questions using the past tense and some vocabulary.
And did you want a room with a sea view?
Did you want a room with a sea view? But a room with a sea view costs extra.
There is a supplement for a sea view.
There's a supplement for a sea view. And then the meal arrangements.
And did you want full board or half board? Half board is breakfast and evening meal.
Full board, that's breakfast, lunch and dinner. Or half board, that's breakfast and dinner, the evening meal. and wordplay.
Shall we go ahead and book that?
Another common expression.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead. As general manager of Ettington Park, Kevin Poulter is responsible for the management structure of the hotel's staff.
Well, we have a very flat organisation structure. There are 7 departmental managers who report through to me, and they include the head chef, food and beverage manager, the rooms manager, finance manager, maintenance manager, and our personnel and training manager. We have a leisure club, which includes the usual indoor swimming pool, gym area, jacuzzi, sauna, and so forth.
The Ettington Park Hotel caters for corporate clients who wish to use the conference facilities. And in recent years, there has been an increase in corporate activity days. Kevin was interested in the hotel and catering business from an early age.
I finished my education in full and knew that the hospitality and tourism industry was something I wanted to specialise in, and then went on to college and studied an OND in Hotel and Catering Management, and then went on to join the Professional Institute, which is the Hotel and Catering Management Association. There is also the opportunity of going on to do degree courses, either a BA or a BSc. I chose in actual fact to go down the former route and then go straight into a graduate scheme within a hotel company. When I joined the hotel some 2.5 years ago, I identified some clear objectives. One of them was to establish a sound sales and marketing plan and working towards that on a monthly basis. Secondly was to develop and improve the team of people that work here. We are in an industry that we are relating to the customer on a one-to-one basis, and without doubt the service that one receives is the measure for success by way of the consumer. The third priority and objective that I've set myself is to improve the quality of product, and I'm glad to say I think over the refurbishment programme we have completed that project. And without doubt, the major one and how I'm measured is by way of the financial performance and profitability of the unit. Stratford is very forward-thinking in its marketing of Stratford as a destination. It's a brand that's known internationally anyway because of the Shakespearean connection. And within the last 18 months, the areas and the district councils have got together and established a limited company which are dedicated to promote Stratford as a destination. And they like to work very closely with both the hoteliers as well as the local attractions here. This hotel is show business. We sell theatre, but you're only as good as your last performance. And so therefore we try to, as part of our training and induction process, to empower and to give all the staff here and the troops the opportunity of expressing themselves.
You've made your reservation and you've received your tickets. You will also receive an itinerary giving you all the information about your trip, like this holiday for 2 in Thailand. Departure is on the 8th of August from London Heathrow Airport, and the passengers will be flying economy class. Departure time is 11:50 a.m. on flight number TG911, arriving in Bangkok at 6:25 a.m. the next day. They will be staying at the Jade Pavilion Hotel, a standard room for 4 nights. RO stands for room only. In other words, meals have not been included in the price. The onward journey will be from Bangkok to Phuket off the coast of Thailand, with the return journey to London Heathrow on the 24th of August.
Welcome to the best small zoo in the country. And it is a small zoo that has recently changed hands. It is, as we say in the business, under new management. And the new proprietors asked me to come up with some new ideas to make it even better than it is already. But between you and me, I don't know much about zoos. But when there's money involved, I'll try anything once. Good morning, troubleshooter. Now, how are you settling in? Is business brisk?
Well, business is brisk, but it could be brisker. See, I want to put my mark on this place. Make a few improvements. Know what I mean?
Exactly. Make your mark on the place, and that's where I come in.
Precisely. You've hit the nail right on the head. You see, I want you to give this place a complete makeover. Bring in lots of new, fresh ideas. Ideas that'll pull the crowds in. Well, you're a professional. What do you think?
Yes, I am the professional, yes.
Well, off you go, then. Have a good look round, then bring me your report.
Right.
Excuse me. It's this way.
Oh.
There's a map, so you don't get lost.
Thank you very much indeed. I do apologise. This is an excellent zoo, a wonderful zoo. But, oh dear, what can I do to improve it?
Oh, okay. Oh, what here, fella? No. Oi! Mate! You know you're not supposed to be in there?
Oh, dear. I never did like ring-tailed lemurs.
Oh, it's all right. Don't worry. They're quite friendly, really.
So, what's your name, then?
Oh, my name's Kevin.
I see, and you know a lot about the place, do you?
Yes, I know it inside out. My dad's the head keeper, you see.
Is he now? That's very interesting. Well, I've been very impressed by what I've seen so far. They have lots of things to see here. In fact, I can't think of anything I could improve.
Don't you believe it. There's lots that could be improved.
Oh, is that so?
It certainly is. I've got lots of good ideas, but they won't listen. Nobody ever listens to me.
Really? Well, that's very sad, isn't it? Why don't you tell Troubleshooter about some of your good ideas, eh?
OK, come on.
What funny little creatures they are, meerkats.
Yes, but you can't see them properly. You've got to get up close to them.
What do you mean?
Well, I got this brilliant idea. You dig a tunnel to the very centre, and then you put this kind of glass bubble dome thing in. The idea is you get right in amongst them, see them better. Now, this is quite important. There's no way you can get a wheelchair down these steps. You need to put a ramp in for the disabled. And here it's really dangerous. They need some signs here, especially for the hard of hearing, for deaf people. They need a few more things for the kids to do. Some kind of playground for the young.
Well, you should know.
And you could have a garden for the blind people, the visually impaired. That's very popular in some places.
You know a lot about this, don't you? Come on, penguins! Look at that one diving for it as quick as a flash, eh?
Yeah, it's okay. But you can't see them catching the fish properly. What you need here is a glass wall. That way you can see the penguins catching the fish properly.
That's a bit far-fetched, isn't it?
You can have porcupines, can you? Porcupines.
Porcupines? Porcupines?
And flamingos. Pink flamingos.
Flamingos? Flamingos? That is enough of your silly ideas, thank you, young man. Now, I'm afraid I have work to do. I have a report to write, so thank you and goodbye.
Adults.
There we are, my dear sir. Your report. I think you'll find a few fresh, new ideas there.
That was quick. Well, I'll have a look through this and see what I think of it.
Well, no hurry. I'll be back in a few weeks to see the improvements. Well, my dear sir, business has picked up a little, I see. You've made some improvements, have you? Implemented a few of my changes?
It's an absolute miracle. Business is booming. Just come and see.
All right.
First, we've got the meerkats. Immensely popular, that is. A very good idea. Everybody loves it.
Very good indeed.
Oh, that was my idea. Hey.
Be quiet.
Over there, we've got the new penguin enclosure. Oh, wonderful improvement. We've got the pay slope for wheelchair users.
Very good indeed.
Warning signs for the hard of hearing. Playgrounds for the very young. A sensory trail for the blind.
That was one of my more inspired ideas.
And porcupines. Everyone loves them.
Hey, I told you.
Yes, indeed.
And down there, we've got the pink flamingos.
That was my idea.
And the number of visitors has gone up by...
Oh, 50% at least.
My invoice?
Well, thank you very much. I'll tell you what, the job you've done, you're worth every penny of your fee.
Always glad to be of service, my dear sir. After all, I am a professional.
It was really difficult coming up with all those ideas.
Not at all. It was a piece of cake.
Well, that really takes the biscuit.
Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Adults, businessmen, who needs them?
That's all about travel and tourism. Do look in your student's book for more vocabulary, grammar and exercises. In next week's programme, we'll be hearing about personnel and recruitment. Goodbye till then.